Hey everybody, this is Liz Nicholson, Regional Vice President here, and I am doing this live from our boat in the Caribbean. And I am so excited. We're on our free trip from Arbonne right now, and it is amazing. I don't know if you can see, but it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I have not missed a meeting in Arbonne in 7.5 years, and I told Angie I will not miss this meeting. I will be sending you something from the boat because I do want to be in that room with you guys. So I'm so glad I could be here, and I have a lot to say. I feel like I'm having a Jerry Maguire moment here, so I'm going to probably talk pretty fast, but I'm really excited. So I started Arbonne because I knew that there had to be a better way to have an income without having to give up my day, give it to someone else. I wanted to determine my own schedule, my own pay, my own income, my own life, all of that. And now I'm on a boat in the middle of the Caribbean with an incredible group of people. There's abundance everywhere. I mean, the breakfast buffet alone, I could live off of that. And we've gotten gifts from Arbonne. Our kids are playing in the kids club. We haven't seen them in 2 hours. They're down playing with all the other kids in the water park. And it's just been amazing. Tomorrow we're going snorkeling. It's absolutely incredible. We are being spoiled tremendously by Arbonne. And so I want to tell you that no matter what level in Arbonne that you are, whether you're a brand new consultant district all the way on up, anyone can win this trip. I started Arbonne and 8 months after I started doing Arbonne, they announced where the next trip was going to be, and I committed to it. I said, free trip? Yeah, I'm game. You want Mexico? Yes, I'm taking my family. We're going to Mexico. So I decided, and I did it. So only 8 months after starting, and so the trip was announced. I earned it. So that was December 1st. They announced the trip. So by April, I had won the trip, and I had also promoted to area manager by then. So it went hand in hand. I pushed to win the trip, and I promoted to area. I was trying to push for area anyway, and so I ended up winning the trip. And that's how Arbonne does it. They do every incentive is to help you to grow your business, and so that's what ended up happening for me. So then all of that crazy momentum from me promoting in the spring and winning the trip, I had huge momentum going over the summer, and I actually, by I think September or October that year, I went into region qualification. So tell me, yeah, that was exciting. And so I went in and out of region qual over the next couple years, and even though I didn't promote at that time, I had some really substantial paychecks, and my business was growing, I was growing, and then obviously I eventually did promote. So I jotted down notes because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, a lot of people will say, well, how did that happen? So how did I do it? And how did everyone else do it? There are so many amazing people here. I am like stalking. I am like so impressed. ENVP Debbie Neal, ENVP Donna Bradley, Donna Johnson, in qualification for nation, Fiona McCarthy, Melissa Walker, Jen Sidoni, Carlita Nelson, Ian Pritchard, Becky Young, Susan Kilborn. I mean, all of these amazing people. There are people here in their 20s, 30s, all the way up through their 70s, and they all just focused. And so how did they do it too? Treat your business like a business. That is it. And you really have to do that. You have to make it a priority. You don't just do it when you feel like it. You have to make time for it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're sitting somewhere for 3 hours a day doing it. Even just 1 hour, just have a power hour. Even if you have to divide that up into 15 minutes, it is worth it. We all have life happen to us. We all have reasons that we think, end up being, things why we could stop doing this or why we're going to put it on the back burner, but it doesn't make any difference. And so, they all end up being excuses, but there are things that happen to all of us. Maybe a spouse travels, maybe we personally are traveling, maybe there is a death in the family, maybe we have family in from out of town, maybe school's starting, or there's sports every night of the week, or you're coaching sports, or your husband is coaching sports, or you have a sick child, or you're planning a birthday party. And I want to tell you, that was my whole month of September. Every single one of those things are things that happened to me in the month of September, all of them. And I still wove it in. I didn't just do Arbonne when I had time to do it. I had to make time for it because I wanted this to work. So the one thing, that can help alleviate the stress in your life, which is Arbonne, is a lot of times what people end up putting on the back burner. And I want to tell you just to change your mindset on that. Just no matter what, just make time for it. No matter if it's a little bit or a lot, even if whether it's doing 3 asks a day or 1 ask a day, if you can put one fit kit together or one RE9 kit together a day and give it to someone, that's 30 people over the course of a month. And that's not long. Just make sure you schedule that follow-up time with them. That is not a lot. Do you think that the owner of the company that you're working for or that you used to work for, do you think that they ever put their business on the back burner? No. Yet we show up every day for them in some capacity to help build their dream, and we put ours on the back burner. Don't do that to yourself. There's going to be success and there's going to be setback in your business, and every single one of them is there for a reason. I promise. Every single one of them is there for a reason. I'm just like you. I have fear. I sometimes have doubt. I've had people quit my business, but those people have remained my best customers, and I'm grateful for that. But I am not going to give up just because someone else is going to give up on themselves. This train is moving forward. No matter who's getting on and no matter who's getting off, I am going to stay consistent and steady and moving forward. And after being here, I'm more on fire for this more than ever. And so someone asked me specifically what I actually do, through my day, when things, get busy and hard and stressful in my life. Here's an example. I met 4 moms at the PTA meeting. Of course, I asked what they did. Back and forth. I told them about Arbonne. They're like, oh, I've never tried it. Or, maybe they had, some time ago. So that's 4 kits getting to them. And I've mentioned the business to each one of them. One of them I'm setting up a coffee appointment with when I get back. So I also connect with my PCs, and if they're happy with their products, hey, who else do you know who would love to try the protein shakes? Who else do you know who would love to try a sample pack of the RE9 for a week? Just keep it that simple. And so, this is all about perspective and how you look at it. I think, if you think it's hard, it's going to be hard. If you think it's fun, it's going to be fun. And trust me, this is really fun. I do not sit here and think about all of the setbacks that I've had in my business or all the lows in my business, because if you focus on those, that's where you'll be and that's where your mindset will be. I have to choose to have an abundant mentality and look at things in a positive way, and that's why I'm here. And so people are watching you in your business, and your family, your friends, your acquaintances, they're watching to see what happens. And my children, they went on a trip with us to Mexico last year from Arbonne, and then they're here with us today. And both times, thank you, Mom, for doing Arbonne. Thank you so much for winning this trip. I took them on an impromptu beach day over the summer, and we were just sitting on the beach, and my one daughter, Ella, turned to me and she said, Mom, I am so grateful that you do Arbonne. Thank you for doing Arbonne, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't be able to do stuff like that for them. And, even if you don't have kids, your life is important to you. What you want out of your day is important to you. And I promise you that everything that happens in your business is worth it. Every single solitary thing that happens in your business is worth it. And it's meant to be there for a reason. God has a plan. He puts things in our path to teach us a lesson and help us to grow and be stronger. So commit to yourself, commit to your business, and then show up. Just show up for yourself. You're the most important thing. Yourself, you're the most important thing. Show up for you. And I want every single person who's watching this to be on the trip next year. It is going to be more fun. We are so much better together when we're all doing it together. So all of you can win it. Push now, commit to yourself now, and just show up big. I love all of you. Mwah! Goodbye from the Caribbean Sea. Bye-bye.